After the woman heard the news that her brother and his wife had died, she immediately grabbed a syringe and jabbed it into their bodies. Even when she saw the blood, she still refused to stop because she had known from the start that they weren't actually dead. The reason they faked their deaths was all to get their hands on her money, and the reason she knew all this was because she had been reborn just 1 minute earlier. In her previous life, Jack and Lisa faked their deaths together, and even their father joined them in lying to her. They left behind $10 million in debt and forced her to raise their child. Thinking of Jack as her own blood brother, she gave everything she had to raise the child. And on the very day the child became an adult, she handed over all of her assets for her brother's child to inherit. But what she never expected was that right after she signed the papers, Jack and Lisa showed up right in front of her. It was then that she learned they had only faked their deaths, their goal being to make her pay off their debts and take everything she owned. Looking at the smug Jack in front of her, the woman was flooded with anger. But just as she tried to fight back, her own father beside her personally pushed her down the stairs. Before she died, she swore that if she could live again, she would make them pay the price. Maybe God heard her wish, because when she opened her eyes again, she realized she had gone back 18 years, to the moment she had just learned of her brother's death. Looking at her father and the baby beside him, anger instantly surged in her heart. Thinking of the price she had paid before, she immediately grabbed the syringe nearby, pretending to be heartbroken, and threw herself over her brother, but secretly drove the syringe hard into both Jack and Lisa. Only when her father beside her noticed that Lisa could barely hold on did he rush forward and pull the woman away, persuading her not to be too heartbroken, saying she should find a way to help Jack pay off his debts and also raise the newborn child. After hearing that, she immediately dropped the syringe and looked at her father as if she agreed, saying directly that he was right. Then she called her assistant over and quietly told the assistant her plan. After the assistant pushed Jack and Lisa away, the woman stepped forward and took the baby from her father, asking him how she should raise the child. When she heard her father say she should raise the baby, she refused him right away, saying she wasn't even married yet and she wasn't going to raise someone else's child. But her words seemed to anger her father, and he immediately ran out of the hospital room, complaining bitterly in front of everyone, accusing her of being heartless. Hearing her father complain, she suddenly came up with an even better plan for revenge. So she told her father right away that she would agree to raise the child, but she had conditions. The child had to call her mom, and no one could ever be told that the child wasn't biologically hers. Thinking of his son's enormous debts, the father agreed immediately because he believed that once the child grew up, he could reveal the truth then. After settling the issue of the child, the father finally remembered Jack and Lisa and hurriedly asked where they were. But the woman's answer left him frozen in shock, because she had already sent them to the autopsy room. Terrified that Jack might really die, he rushed toward the autopsy room, only to see the doctor holding a scalpel. Seeing this, he hurried forward and stopped them, which was the only reason Jack didn't die. Seeing her father so worked up, the woman immediately said that the autopsy was to find the real cause of death. She pointed out that Jack didn't have any wounds at all, so how could he possibly be dead? But her father refused to let them perform the autopsy because he knew his son wasn't actually dead, so of course there would be no wounds. To force the woman to agree, he threatened her with the family rules, saying that anyone who died must be taken home and buried immediately. Seeing this, she had no choice but to agree. But the next day, she came home carrying 2 urns. Thinking his son had already been cremated, the father clutched the urn, collapsed onto the floor, and cried in agony. 18 years quickly passed. The child she raised was admitted to the best university in the country. Thinking his plan was finally about to succeed, the father took his grandson back to their hometown the next day and told him the truth about his identity. But right at that moment, the door to the room swung open and Jack and Lisa appeared in front of them. And this very scene was seen by the woman watching through the surveillance cameras.